ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Also, Bharat, what kind of cities are we expecting people to be joining in from? Any geographical?
We'll discuss it. Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Today, we have a premium home furnishing brand, Aumbre Story. Aumbre Story is a premium home furnishing brand from Bangalore. This is a result of collaboration between two leading names in the industry, Skipper Furnishing and Ascent Decor. With over 30 years of experience, the brand is specializing in creating and curated customized soft furnishing that transform home into elegant space. To talk more about this brand today, we have Tanay Agarwal, the co-founder of this brand. We also have Manoj, the retail head of this brand. I'm joined with Vimal Agarwal and Sudeshna from Franchise India, the key account manager. But before we talk more about the brand and explore the business opportunity, I would request you all to let you know that you have an opportunity to ask questions related to the brand and the business opportunity. I would request you all to please keep on posting all your queries into the Q&A box to make this session more interactive. We will take all your queries post the brand presentation. Now, I would request Tanay to please take the lead and introduce the brand and the brand journey and the business opportunity that you're offering for the investors. Over to you, Tanay.
A very good afternoon to everyone. Thanks for joining us on a bright Monday morning. So it's a privilege for me to stand before you. For those who don't know me, I'm Tanay Agarwal, the co-founder of Aumbre Story. I have had the honor of being part of the home furnishing industry for several years now, working with Skipper Furnishings as the managing director. Home furnishing has been holding a special part in my heart for a very long time. My journey has been driven by deep passion for design, innovation, and creating spaces that resonate with people. Today, I'm thrilled to share with you an ambitious new venture that combines the strength of two industry leaders, Skipper Furnishings and Ascent Decor. Manoj, can we have the presentation up?
Yeah.
So before starting, I would like to just brief you a little about Skipper Furnishings. Will not take too much time. For decades, Skipper has been a synonymous name for quality, creativity, and trust in home furnishing industry. We have been market leaders for almost over 2 decades. We entered into home furnishings almost 35 years ago. Started by a standalone store in Calcutta, expanded across. I'm sorry. Can we have others on mute, please? There's disturbance coming. No, let's keep the back slide. Yeah. So with our flagship store in Kolkata, a strong network of stores across India, we have catered to over thousands of architects, interior designers, and retail direct homeowners. We have also done a lot of projects with a lot of hotels, corporates, and government offices. Our expertise lies in crafting premium curtains, wall coverings, and we have also ventured into various other products like wooden flooring, mattresses, rugs, bed sheet, bed covers, and we constantly keep innovating in our product line. We have been setting trends consistently and exceeding customer expectations. With our new brand, our vision is to grow this into a more new age, tech-friendly home furnishing solution. So this was a bit about Skipper Furnishings. We also have Aumbre Story as our partner we also have Ascent Decor as our partner in Aumbre story. So Skipper and Ascent Decor came together to give birth to a new baby called Aumbre story. Now Ascent Decor is not directly into in retail in the Indian market, but they are one of the biggest exporters and manufacturers of premium home furnishing fabrics. Be if you could probably pick up any fabric from any brand in Europe, US, or the Middle East, and 99% these fabrics must have been produced in our mill in Bangalore from Ascent Decor. So any premium signature fabrics in the catalogs of brands like Pierre Frey, Zimmer, the prestigious textiles is mostly been being manufactured by Ascent Decor. They have been leading in the designs and trends. So that's the reason Skipper being a very strong retail home furnishing brand with over 20 stores across India, and Ascent Decor having a very strong design house, a very strong design sensibility, and a very good product range. We thought of coming together to give a more stylized brand to the Indian consumers, whereas we all know the new age consumers are looking for something exciting, something solution driven, and something that could save their time and pockets. So I've already spoken about my journey at Skipper Furnishings. This is a bit about how we expanded, how we opened various stores. We have been winning awards over the last 30 years. These are just a few names amongst that. A little about Ascent Decor as I briefed you. So they are home for export of home furnishing is just one part of their business. They're also into multiple other businesses like real estate and other investments. But yeah, their um, home furnishing manufacturing of fabrics has been their forte, and that's where their background is from, with a very strong design team. So Ethnic Silks, just yeah. So Ethnic Silk is the parent company, which later combined, and there were two. There was a merger of two very big export houses to form Ascent Decor. So they also hold a very big legacy and years of experience. Yeah. So with Ombre Story, our vision is very clear: to provide a curated collection for a constantly evolving you. We know today's modern age young generation is constantly evolving, and they're looking for new solutions, new products at economical prices. Because even though without having deep pockets, the aspirations of the today's age is very high. So that is the idea, to provide good designs, simple solutions at aggressive price points. So that is our clear vision, and I think for in India that is what works, right? Next. So as you see, our motto is very clear. We tend to create a carefully curated range. So I am not sure if you guys have ventured into a home furnishing store of late. By home furnishing, I mean a curtain, a wallpaper, or an upholstery store. Recently, you would be overwhelmed by the amount of collections, about amount of ranges that is there. Even we have seen this over our expertise, that the moment a customer comes in, because they see so much, they get confused, and they 99% they'll either come back with an interior designer, architect, or their bua, mummy, mosi, whoever is the interior designer of the house, right? So that is the idea, that is what we have been noticing over the last 4 5 years, because the uh, ease has been ease of introducing collection to the store has become so convenient that the retail stores, without any proper knowledge, have polluted their stores with collections and catalogs without actually knowing what is inside that collection, what is the collection about, what are the fabrics about. So we have a in-house design merchandise team, which actually picks up selected ranges from each catalogs, each brand that 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 we work with. We and put things together in a very beautiful way. So our catalogs are also made in an edited fashion, and present it to the client. Other than that, we also have a design team which works on mood boards on the latest trends, and we launch a set of new mood boards every quarter, which uh, which helps the consumer to understand what they actually want, and the selection process becomes much easier, even for an architect or interior designer who normally on an average would be taking about 6 to 7 hours to complete the selection of a house. We aim to reduce it to less than 2 hours. So I think that is something that is already happening in our stores. Then we constantly create, innovate. We keep up with the design trends. We have as I'm always repeating, we have a very strong design team who are well aware of the design trends in the international markets and in the Indian markets, and they pick up things from there. Whatever is working, they put things together and present it to the clients. We also work in very close collaboration with all the architects and interior designers in India. We already have a big pool of architects who have been working with us in various cities, and we also have ways and means where we actually collaborate with them through various exhibitions, and we have a team dedicatedly working on the architects and designer front to engage with them, and this helps in the collaboration and in the business. Next. Yeah. So, so what sets us apart? So Ombre story is not your your typical home furnishing stores which you have been seeing from years. The moment you step into the store, you feel that it's something different, something new. We are not polluted. We are not. We don't have thousands and thousands of catalogs in the store. We have very limited ranges, but whatever customer wants, we kind of ensure that each customer's taste is maintained, is matched, and we have something to offer for them. Other than that, we have a very extensive range because of our background, and because of Scapo Furnishing having been being involved in this, we have access to a much wider variety. So whenever a customer walks into the store and something is not, even if it's not available, we can easily source it, and we can find alternates and provide it for them. Then, with Ascent Decor joining in, we have become from yarn to food. Like in the fooding restaurant industry, we talk about farm to table. Over here, it's yarn to home. So we take care of the entire process from manufacturing to being installed in your house. So that is something that we are very proud of, and I don't think anyone in home furnishing industry is actually doing that, other than a couple of brands in a very small manner. So we are very strong in terms of pricing, and we are able to deliver projects at a much more economical prices. When we talk about projects, it means hotels, corporates, guest houses, any large quantity orders. We are able to provide it at a very economical prices. Other than that, any form of customization that is required, that also because of the expertise, the experience, and the backend that we have, it's very easily possible to do. Then the range at the store is curated, limited to take care of the investments, and not to confuse the customer eventually. But at the same time, there's access to a huge library and a much more option than any other store would be having. Then there's a dedicated team of stylists sitting at the back end to help to develop new mood boards, new creations with the existing fabrics that we have. So that this is a very important and a very lucrative tool that we give to the stores in order to sell. So the moment and a customer walks in, and we show them the mood board. So we have a set of questionnaires which we want the customer to take up, and through that we kind of understand what the customer wants, and we are able to showcase the selected range to them. So this helps the selection process to become much easier than when the customer walks in. They would randomly just ask you to show curtains, and your salespeople just start pulling out any random catalog and start showing it to them, and then the customer says not this, not that, and eventually they tend to move out of the store and telling the salesman that we'll come back later. So we want the customer to actually be stuck once they come in, the work to be done. So that is a major USP that sets us apart from any other store. And we are working very hard in even enhancing the overall experience with all. We are also working at a lot of technology to be incorporated with this. Next, Manoj, next. Yeah. So why franchise with us? So we come from a very huge. I mean, the total experience, cumulative experience of these brands is over 60 years. We have been leaders in India and in the international markets. So that obviously helps in in whatever we are offering at the store level. If someone has to do it on their own, they probably would be taking 1.5 to 2 years to set the store up, get the store up and running. Whereas with us, it's from day one. So that's a huge advantage at a very marginal, nominal additional cost. Secondly, the moment there's a brand, Ombre Story is a brand today powered from two existing very strong, successful brands, and then there's a lot of marketing that's happening nationally. So the walk-ins at the store will be much better than any other store, because see, for anyone to afford the kind of marketing that a brand does, it's difficult from a standalone store to market it or have the kind of team, the design team that we have behind. That's a huge cost, huge setup. So it's not viable for a single store to build. But we already have a range of stores, and our vision is to have 100 stores. So our backend team is been set up in a way that can cater to 100 stores. We are your go-to partners for curated collections. As we have been focusing, we work a lot on curated collections, limited range. You don't have to travel to thousands of places to pick up catalogs, to pick up deals. So there's a one point contact. We probably will be having about 40 to 50 different vendors, but for the store, it's just a one point contact, and the entire backend operations is taken care of. For us, well, when we compare a single store to a branded store, to an Ombre Story store, there are various back-end operational issues that you face day to day. You'll have to have a separate team to manage the day-to-day operation and the back-end. But we take care of the entire back-end infra for you, from your ERP, from your vendor coordination, from your couriers to all the negotiations with the brands. So we take care of that at the back end, and the headache is free. So the entire focus of the franchise owners will be on sales. So that will definitely help to boost sales in a much better way, because we want the entire focus of our partners to be on sales, pushing sales, developing relations with architects and designers, with our support, obviously. Extensive sales training is also a very key part. We focus a lot on the training. We want our store people to be well educated. Whenever a customer walks in, we want them to be well aware of what is trending. We don't want a customer to come and ask them something and they not being able to answer to that. So we conduct regular training, but at the same time, if there is something, you still have the back end access when you can just pick up a phone and ask them if we have something on those lines available, and we can explain that to you, because the team that is there, they are fully studied. They keep studying this day in and day out. Next. So this is what Skipper has already been present in. We already have 7 stores of Aumbre Story. Manoj, that slide's not here. Manoj? Ombre Story वाले slides नहीं दिख रहे मेरे को. Locations. Ombre Story के location है कि
वो अभी ऐड नहीं हुए हैं इसमें. That will be added. Yeah.
So we already have 7 stores of Aumbre Story, 2 in Bangalore, 1 in Salem, another one in Pune, 1 in Asansol, 1 in Siliguri, and another one's opening this week in Guwahati. So we have another 3-4 in the pipeline this year. And Skipper, we have over 20 stores already. So we have a good retail presence, the biggest in this industry. In home furnishing, nobody has this kind of a presence today. Next. So when we talk about our target audience, it's a curator. Where today's young age, they are very well aware of the trends. They know what they aspire to with the Google's, Pinterest, and everything coming in. They keep looking, especially with a lot of sitcoms, a lot of international OTT series coming in. People are more aware of their homes than they were probably 5 6 years back. There's a huge difference in pre-COVID and post-COVID in the amounts that we spend, the time that we spend in our homes. So all the customers, all the people have become much more aware of what is there in their home. 5 years back, probably if I would ask Vimal what color curtains are there in your house, he would not really be able to answer. But now it's slightly different. So yeah, so the curators, the families who like spending time in their homes, that is those are our customers. People who are proud of their homes. By the people who are proud of their homes, we mean people who love to entertain guests in the home. So that has become a huge trend these days, especially people moving into the complexes, which have a large number of flats. They want to call their friends over to show. And whenever you are calling your friends over, you're calling your families over, you want to show them something new. So that is something that we target. People who want their homes to reflect who they are. So those are the people that we are targeting. New homeowners, obviously, they are a big chunk of our business, and architect, interior designers are big partners in our success. So yeah. Our formats, so we aim to reach 100 franchise stores by 2027. So it's not a very ambitious plan. We wanna grow slow, but we wanna grow strong. So our idea is to our backend operations to grow strong, and at the same time, we want each franchisee to actually earn money. We don't believe in bleeding. We are not being a new age brand. We are not following the new age trends of bleeding money. We want our partners to earn money. We want us to earn money and reinvest that in the stores, not just keep burning. So that is our idea. That is why we've taken a conservative estimate of 2027. That's 4 years down from now. Sorry, 3 years down from now, where we aim to do about 100 franchise stores across India, which is there. So yeah, our ideal store size would be about 1,500 square feet in tier 2 cities. In tier 3 cities, we can go till about 1,000 square feet also. You'll see most of the products are digitalized. Most of the products are catalogs. So it's easier to fit in smaller spaces also. We look at ground or first floor. G+1 would be ideal. If the rentals are high, we are open to first and second floors also, depending on which locality we are at and which what is there below. Next. This is the kind of so we got our store concept store designed by one of that's a London-based retail design company, worked for most of the international brands. So this is the concept that had come from them. And yeah, next. So those were the concept, and this is the actual store images from the various stores that we have opened. That's Siliguri, we have Tumkur Road. So it's a similar design, look and feel. Everything is maintained. So the brand recall is there. The overall brand look and feel is the same across, but with minor changes depending on the city and the target audience. Yeah. Next. This is Salem, this is Pune, Asansol. So Asansol is our smallest store. That's about 800 square feet. And Indiranagar being the biggest, that's about 3,000 square feet. So we have our franchise investments have been detailed. In total, we look at about 40 lakh rupees, Manoj, if I'm correct.
Yeah, starts from around 40 lakh rupees, like if it's 1,000 SFT store.
Yeah, so 40 to 50 lakh rupees, more or less, we close the franchise investment. That includes the major investment is in store interiors. That I think that is there depending on the size of the store. The secondly, the catalogs that we have to purchase, the catalogs, samples, the hangers. So those are kind of capital investment. Then there is bare minimum stock. So we don't invest. So the beauty of this model is you don't have to invest too much on the stock. So the catalogs that you invest on, there's like probably hundreds of crores of rupees invested in the stock by us and our partners. So we just need to carry those catalogs, and so from the same catalog you can sell crores also, you can sell lakhs also, you can sell thousands. It completely depends on the capability of our partners, of our team, that how much can we make from each and individual catalog that we invested on. So this is the basic supports that we extend. Other than so this is the basic one. Other than that, what I've already spoken, partnering with us into is getting into a small family of very focused people, and with a clear vision of providing good home furnishing at economical prices. Next. So these are the total product categories. Fabrics, for these are curtain and upholstery fabrics along with the stitching tailoring. This is the major contributor for us. Wallpapers and blinds, both these categories have been very fast growing for all our stores. Mattresses again has been growing because mattresses, on mattress people have started spending more, whereas previously the ASP of mattresses was about 15 to 20,000. It's gone up till 40,000 now. Rods, motorized curtains automation is again becoming a very good growing segment, whereas people want the curtains, blinds to be automated, connected with their automation. They want it to operate. So because people are traveling a lot, right? So they see something international, they want the same things in India. We are there to provide that because we have the same expertise that has been that is there available in the international markets, be it Dubai, be it Europe, be it US. Bed and bath is bed sheet, bed covers, rugs. We do a lot of customization and rugs. We have tie up with most of the premium brands. So so whatever we offer is a cumulative range, and it's a I mean a no brainer for a customer who walks in. We aim at a very high conversion ratio for us. Next. Fabrics. Next. So they are mock panels. That is something that we have introduced, whereas they're larger to life designs. So these days, especially in the living rooms, people just go with sheer curtains. Those are transparent curtains, and to complete the look, we give a very rich, very premium, high-end, expensive mock panels. So that completes the look at an economical price. Yeah, next. Murals, wall murals are basically fit to the wall design. So this is we have an in-house team which designs these murals, other than all the partners that we work with. Next. Mattresses, again, we have a couple of brands that we are working with. We also have our in-house brand which we cater to slightly economical price points. Next. 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 So this is what I was talking about. These are theme boards, mood boards. So we have about 15 categories that we have divided the entire design bracket to, and in those 15 categories that consist of boho, tropical, elegant, moderns. We have categorized 15 different tastes of consumers. In those, we keep on adding different mood boards, different collections, so that the moment a customer sees that mood board, he might pick the same thing, or even if he doesn't pick the same thing up, he can tell the stylist present at the store or the salespeople present at the store that this is what I like. So the overall access, the understanding of what a customer wants becomes much smoother, much easier, and the total time taken to close an order is much faster now. Next. Yeah, so now this is about Aumbre story. I would like furniture industry, I'm sure we all know, real estate has been on a massive boom in the last 2 to 3 years. That has led to everything related to residential industry also growing. Furniture is growing at an average rate of 7%. Similarly, home furnishing is slightly even better. It has been growing even faster. And the good part for us is that most of the furniture, furnishings, and other home-related categories are unorganized. led by individual owners, individual stores. There are no big brand, especially in the home furnishing industry. There's no brand as such. So we want to be the first movers in the branded home furnishing play, branded home furnishing, premium branded home furnishing play. Yeah, let's put it that way. So there's a huge market for that. We expect it to grow at about 13.25%, which is really high, really fast growing market here. We have seen likes of Homeland, Live Space, Bonito, other brands in the home interior space. They are doing massive work. They all have become big names right now. So we cater to home furnishing that comes just after what they do. They are more into the hard furniture part. We cater to the furnishing part, which ideally would come after the furniture is done. So and till now we don't have a brand per se for them, so for this particular category. So that is where we want to position ourselves, and that is where we want to market ourselves. So yeah, it's a huge economy. It's a $1 billion market. So it's and we want to be a small part of it. Next. Wallpapers, again, as I was telling you, wallpapers was a category which had seen a decline because it used to be used extensively, probably about 3 decades ago. Then it had seen a decline, but in the last decade or so, the use of wallpapers has grown enormously. So in every room, be it living, bedrooms, or dining, every room, at least one wall is covered with wallpaper, because to highlight the wall. And a lot of the premium architects have also started going in for all four walls to be covered with wallpaper, because the kind of warmth, the kind of texture that you get in a paper, in a wall covering, you do not get it in paint. So that is the richness and the beauty of wallpaper. That is why we see a steep growth in the last couple of years. So yeah, these are the key market indicators that we can see. We know tier 2, tier 3 cities are where the major market of India is growing. The major expansion, major growth in the money is happening in the tier 2, tier 3 cities. Tier 1, tier 1 cities are obviously there. They already have the money. They are already been spending on in their homes. But of late, in the last couple of years, we have seen a major shift, major growth in the tier 2, tier 3 cities, in the real estate market and in the home interiors market. So that is something that we are actually very positive about, and we look very extensively at the tier 2, tier 3 cities as a growth also. Next. So these are some cities that we have earmarked to open this year. So Patna, Ranchi, Raipur, if you see, all these tier 2 cities are major points for us. Other than this, we have seen Hyderabad also grow in Hyderabad and Vijayawada after the Andhra Telangana split has seen a major growth in the real estate market. So we want to be present in there. And South is Bangalore being our head office. We want to have a strong hold in the South Indian market. So initially to start with, but yeah, our idea is to grow across India. Ideal partner profile, we want the investors to be strong. They should have a decent financial capacity, because as you all know, we at times we get large projects, maybe a government order, maybe a hotel order. In order to service that, the financial capacity should be there with the entrepreneur. We want entrepreneurs who have people, or who are keen to actually run businesses on their own, and not just be an investor letting the company run the show. We want our partners to be actively involved in the day-to-day operations, day-to-day sales, whereas they can interact with architects, designers, and get involved. So having a passion for home interiors is something that's a must. Till the time the passion is not there, it's very difficult for people to actually be interested in the business. And the more the passion, the more the interest, we can do So from the same store, we can do. There's no limit, right? We can do a 10 crore business. We can do a 2 crore business. It completely depends on us what we are aiming at, what we are looking at, and how much of an effort that we are putting in. So, Manoj, you would want to take this?
This is basically the investment model. A little bit of summarization of the same. Like the initial investment has to be taken care by the franchisee, which includes the investments on the furniture and the fixture, along with all the electricals, the civil work, the flooring, ACs and all, the signages, that is the furniture fixture part. Other than that, as we had discussed before also, the stock which is of the catalogs and the hangers by which the franchisee will be able to pull the sale. The selection will be done by the customers. Again, that has to be invested by the franchisee. For sure, the designing part of the store is taken by Aumbre Story. So for each and every store, our team from the Aumbre Story, we have fixed contractors. They will visit the store. They will take the measurements, and as per the AutoCAD and all, the entire designing will be done by our end, which is on free of cost. The franchisee doesn't have to pay anything for the same. And the furniture fixture part, again, we have our fixed vendors for East India, for South India, who are very well trained and they are very well aware of all our specifications. And we have been like negotiating with them at a very rock bottom prices, because we give them business of around 10 stores practically every year. So those, so like if we want to take those contractors on board to make the furniture and fixture, the franchisee is at ease because there is no scope of any error. And the cost can be easily compared by the franchisee, by there's some local carpenters and all also. We don't mind in that also. Now, regarding this furniture fixture, the designing part, the catalogs and the hangers, which we are infusing in the store, that is also at a depreciated cost. Depreciated cost means it's on a sharing cost. 70% is being charged to the franchisee and 30% is being borne by us only. So like, for example, if in a store, if we are infusing catalogs and hangers worth 10 lakh rupees, we bill to the franchisee around 7 lakh only, and 3 lakhs is being taken care by us. Other than this, whatever is the property deposit for the property to the landlord and all has to be taken care of by the franchisee. The marketing expense, which is the opening budget, we have a fixed budget depending upon tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. So there is our contribution from the side of the head office. And round the year also, whatever marketing expense has been done by our franchisee, the 50% is being shared by us. The lock-in period for our every franchise agreement is 3 years with a 6 months notice from both the sides. And our agreement period is for 9 years, after which we renew it as per the mutual consent. The general maintenance, the repairs and all has to be taken care by the franchisee. So basically the capex and the opex is being taken care by franchisee, and the entire margin of the business is also enjoyed by the franchisee. We don't charge any royalties or any any sort of commissions on their sales. This is basically about the operating terms, the investments, and the working module. Taniji, you can take it ahead from here.
Yes, I've given a brief about myself. Mr. Shaunak Agarwal is also a partner in Aumbre Story. He's my younger brother. And Mr. Gaurav Sureka from Ascent Decor, he is a partner. Next. Yeah. So I think that was there from our side. I would like to take the questions. I've seen quite a few questions coming in. So should I start answering that, or do we want
Okay, before we move on to the question part, would you, is that okay if I play the video that we were talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Sure.
Okay. Let me just play a video, right? That will give you a little bit of idea about, give a second. Okay, just a second. All right. That was just a video to give you a glimpse of one of the biggest store of Aumbre's story. Now, yeah, we can take the questions from.
Yes, I think Monica had a few questions. So I will take it. So, how many stores, Skipper stores, are there in Kolkata at present? We have 6 Skipper stores in Kolkata right now. Areas being Russell Street, Kakurgachi, at Chinar Park, Axis Mall, Sodhpur, and Kariyat. So we do have a couple of areas in Kolkata where we are looking to open Ombre Story stores also. Do Skipper and Ombre Story have the same product range, or is it different? So the overall range is similar, but since I told you we have a huge range of product, we pick and choose what we have to place at every store. And in this, once the franchisee is a little more experienced, their experience also plays a part in what they want to house in their store, which can be picked from our huge basket that is there. It's always in coordination, and the decision making happens with our team and the franchise owner. Wall panels, we have wall coverings, so we have different wall panels in terms of it's more paper and vinyl based. We don't do wooden wall panels, if that's what you're talking about. We're not into that as of now, because that's a very polluted market once again. So about stock corrections, so see, as I told you, we don't carry too much of stock. It's mostly catalogs, and the catalogs are more like a capital investment. We do share a part of the investment that goes in there, because we white label most of the books that are there in order to give the store the competitive edge in terms of what the store beside them is selling. So we white label it, we edit it, we curate it, and there's a huge investment that goes into doing that. We play a part in that, and then the store plays a part. At the same time, if the store somehow doesn't work, then we can have a term wherein we can take the stock, the books back at a depreciated value. Other than that, the home fashion, the bed linen stocks are too limited. So we currently don't have a stock correction model. We can discuss on that once we discuss further. The margin structure, or the entire margin, is passed on to the store. We charge a very nominal margin on the dealer price. Like suppose it's a if we just, for example, if we take a D-decor fabric, so the DP of that is say 100 rupees. The RRP of the same would be about 190 rupees. So we would be charging a 5% on that 100 rupees. So that's just 5 rupees on 100, and you enjoy the entire margin. In that, the discounts of the architect, designers, and the customer has to be borne by the franchise owner. So we have a detailed working sheet of the margins. A D-decor has a less margin, but all our other products have higher margins. So we work at an average GP at about 50% markdown. So that is what we consider. Would you consider 10,000 square feet unit in the heart of Coimbatore? Will it make business sense? No, 10,000 square feet is too big an area to do the interiors and everything, and get the ROI at the time that we have aimed is not practically possible. It's better to have smaller stores, so which are much more viable. We can definitely, if we have some space, we can definitely discuss. Franchise India is an expert. They can probably bring in more brands together, and that can actually be a full home solution. Like we have done a store in Guwahati that houses about 10 home related brands. So that's becoming a home mall in terms of the product categories that they offer, right from windows, going up to furniture, furnishing, decor, mattresses, everything is being catered to in just in this. That is about 10,000 square feet or more. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I mean we can look at discussing on those lines. How do you address the discussion fatigue for a customer? So as I said, we take part. I did not exactly get this question, but yeah, we do conduct a lot of training. We have a backend team. We have our ASMs who are there to help guide the franchisee and their team at every step. So that is something that uh, we are, what do you say? We are committed to. We are committed to be providing the everything that you need from us, because eventually it is our name, our brand name that goes out in the market, right? We don't want a customer to be disheartened or disappointed. So visualization software. Yeah. So do you have any visualization software to enable customers to get visual experience before buying? So this is something that we have been working on. We actually launched this about 5 years back, but somehow the touch and feel, if you, when you talk about fabrics, especially the flow of the curtains and stuff, it doesn't come in the way that we actually want it to. So we by the digital mood boards that we have created, we do provide a visual say an experience to a customer, but we don't have the pick and drop feature right now, because the look and feel somehow is not up to the mark that we would want it to be, especially in the terms of when we come to fabrics. So that's the main reason why we experience a negative impact than a positive impact. So we would rather have a customer feel the fabric with their hands and then visualize it on their own. Again, what is the minimum value of stock inventory need to franchisee to start with or maintain? As I told you, this is a very different business model. It is not a stock heavy business model. It is more to do with catalogs than inventories. Will you be open to first floor in a G+1 building? Yeah, why not? We as I said, we are open to first floors. Who tie up with local interior architects? Again, we want the franchisee to be to partner with the architects, but our team who already has relations and knows how to market themselves to the architect, we help you get this tie up. So we have a um, we have a scheme of Super 25, whereas we ensure that at least 25 architects are tied up to us to the store. We work very hard to achieve that, and we also do a daily follow up, a weekly meeting, a monthly meeting. Consider these 25 architects. That over a period of 1 year, we want these architects to be tied up with the store, so that if a store has 20 to 25 architects working with them, the store is sorted. You don't even need to think about much more. Can you mention the store present location? Right now, Aumbre Story is present in 7 locations. That is two in Bangalore. One is Indra Nagar. Another one is at Tumkur Road. Then we in south we are then Salem. West we are then Pune. East we are then Asansol, Siliguri, and our 7th store is opening in Guwahati this week. Please explain who would be the right investor person who would be a good fit for you. Anyone who has a little passion for home furnishings or is willing to learn and work is a perfect fit for us, because we have the entire back end ready. We have been doing this day in day out, so we know how to do it. We are happy to share the knowledge. We are happy to train. We are happy to provide hand holding till you guys till the franchisee needs it. So we don't want someone who has 50 stores invested into various brands and the brands are running the show. We are not that brand. We want to be very clear about it. We want to partner in a way that you work and earn, and we are there to handhold you. Financial breakups were shared earlier. I think we can take that offline in a better way, in a more detailed way. That would be better if it's needed one to one,
Right.
because there might be a lot of questions.
True. So, in case viewers, in case if you would like to get in touch with the brand to explore more about the business opportunity, I would request you to please get in touch with our call center number, the hotline number. I'm just sharing it with you in the chat box. You can get in touch with on that those numbers. I would also request, in case if Sudeshna and Vimal, if you could share your number in the chat box, just in case if anyone would like to get in touch with you regionally, right? So that can also be done in case if you want to, because Sudeshna and Vimal are located in Kolkata, right, and specifically taking care of the eastern part of India business. In case if you want to get in touch for rest of the India business, that you can get in touch on our hotline number 9717683838, or you can also write to us at feedback@franchiseindia.in. Can we also check in case if we have any question in the chat box? I think I saw a couple of one.
Yeah, there's just one left. Can you share the financial breakup? As I said, we'll take that offline.
Yeah, sure. So in chat box also someone is like, who decides
Oh,
the
sorry,
price?
I was checking the Q&A.
Yeah.
So who decides the price? So we have RRPs mentioned in each catalog. So that has the margin, but the discount has been decided by the franchisee. We are open to that. We guide you how much discount should be given, how much commission is to be offered to the designer, but the end decision is of the franchisee because they are the ones who are making the money. They are in the sale. For does any aggressive discount? So we do come up with some offers during the sale, whereas in there are products that we would want to liquidate. So on those products we do offer aggressive discounts. Again, those are stocked by us. It is just the catalogs that will be present in the store, and we revise the pricing of the same, and that can be sold at aggressive price point. The franchisee, the stores also make some extra margin on that.
Perfect. So probably we already have this. I mean, we have answered almost all the questions that we
I think
received
so,
in the chat box and the Q&A box. So, so viewers, so that's it for the day. I would like to thank all the viewers who joined this webinar and stayed with us for a long period of time. I would also to appreciate all the panelists who joined here along with Tanay and Manoj from the brand side, and Sudeshna and Vimal representing the Franchise India. Thanks so much, you guys. But before we close this session, I would like to say a few lines to the viewers why someone should join you. Tanay, in case if you would like to address directly to the viewers in your own words.
Absolutely. So as already said, in very few words, we are the go-to brand for home furnishings in India. We would be holding hands in order to train you and provide every help that you need to make your business successful. Because eventually our aim is very clear. We want our partners to earn money so that we earn. We don't want to be a brand who believes in bleeding. We want it to be a positive cash flow, and that is our aim. And our team has been doing this day in and day out. They are experienced. They are experts in what they do. We are experts in what we do, and we want to make you also an expert in the same field.
Perfect. All right, guys, thank you so much for being available for this webinar. And once again, just to remind you that in case if you would like to get in touch with us, then of course you can get in, call our hotline number, and of course we can have a discussion in length about the business and the financials. So that's it for the day. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you
for
so
joining.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.